Hello all, welcome to DevOps Tricky channel. In this channel, we are continuously uploading all the stuff related to DevOps with the both conceptual and scenario based real time things. So, as part of our daily discussions, today I come up with some of the Jenkins interview based questions. While I'm starting our YouTube channel, I thought like I will go with the one by one tool along with the scripting language as well. But a few of the members asked me to do the interview based questions along with the conceptual videos. So today I started with Jenkins interview based questions. Earlier I also done some of the comments and interview based questions related to Git as well, and parallelly 3 to 4 scenario based interview based questions of Docker. So, as part of our decision to do the interview based questions parallelly along with conceptual things, I started today to give you guys more interview based questions on Jenkins, which will cover both conceptual as well. Like if you know that particular scenario in Jenkins means you know the history of that particular concept, right? So today our discussion completely related to only questions of Jenkins based. So while you are working on any tool, you need to know version. So in my project, I am using 2.492.2. Hope you guys will write all the versions if you are working on. If you don't work means from our channel, you will get some most of the tools versions. In while I am explaining about Git also, there I mentioned the Git version. Like that in Jenkins, in my current project, I am using 2.492.2 version. So, if you're dealing with any of the tools, you need to know Jenkins, what is Jenkins and why. Why it coming into picture, what exactly happening in Jenkins that you need to know, and you need to know about the Jenkins file as well. And coming to pipeline part, you need to know the declarative versus scripted pipeline. That is about the pipeline part. And coming to next, from the Git perspective, shared library, you need to know what is this share library, what happening exactly, why the purpose of this share library, where we are integrating this library, is it Git, then how it can be utilized in Jenkins, from Jenkins if it integrated, and if we are placing it in Git, that you need to understand what is exactly CI and CD. If you know what is Jenkins means, then you will come to this point. What exactly this continuous integration, continuous deployment or delivery happening, and what are the build and deployment stages. Everyone know that Jenkins is using for continuous integration deployment. We are automating the process of manual actions which we are using for build and deployments. But in the pipeline, you already know declarative versus scripted pipeline. But in the pipeline, what are the stages in Jenkins while you are performing any job, while you are running job? What are the different stages executing in that particular job, that you need to know. What is the exact architecture of this Jenkins? What is the master slave architecture? How we are integrating this master slave architecture, master slave integration, how these both are communicating. Everyone know that the master is there, it will give task to run the job in the slave, but how the 1 minute guys, I will charge. So how this master slave are communicating during this job creation or job running stage. So you need to know about all the things very carefully, so that you will get more inputs while you are preparing itself. Guys, my suggestion, like while you are preparing one concept, at that time only you need to understand more the things, not only just okay, Sirisha said what is Jenkins and why I need to know. Okay, Jenkins is for CI/CD. It is a Jenkins software is there. So with this, I will do the CI/CD. No, it's not at all enough to learn. You need to understand the things. So this is about master slave integration. If you cover Jenkins architecture completely, then you will raise one question in your mind itself, how this master slave exactly working, and need to know webhook as well. In real time, most of the times this webhook is not used. As of my observation, mostly 99% manual creation of job only exists. Means if it's a developing stage of project, then after pushing the code by developers, they will intimate to you uh, to build and deploy that package, in particular dev or tester or any environment, UAT environment. Like in my project, that UAT environment is SQA. So like that, they will give us. But if you automate the process, like whenever the code is committed in Git, that will automatically job needs to create. That is webhook. If only you want to run the job every minute, that is like different one. Build triggers periodically, or it's a poll SM. Yeah, if I am mentioning here webhook, means you need to know about build triggers periodically or poll SM. These type of terms is there in while you are integrating the in Jenkins. So you need to research beyond these questions, then only you will get all the things at one place. This is about webhooks. You need to know what is default workspace. Okay, as Sirisha said, I need to know the default workspace. It's a single word answer. Is it fine? No. How it is working as default workspace? How this default workspace is given in Jenkins? How it's working in background? Like that, you need to know more the things. I will come up with all the points in our next video. Here I am covering a short video which will have all the Jenkins questions, with which will cover all the conceptual as well. Like in Jenkins we have build is there, how to reduce the build time, and if pipeline fails, a job fails, what is your next action, next plan of action, where you will check the output. I will check in the console output. Is it fine? No, right? If the build fail means, obviously everyone see the output in console output. If you if you have real hands on, everyone know that the possibility of cause, or we can get the error from console output only, but it's not perfect answer, right? There you can need to expand. This is the scenario I got. This is the root cause for that failure case. I just checked in these possible ways, and I fixed this issue. Like that we need to know. And how to take backup of Jenkins. As we know, Jenkins is working on master slave architecture, right? So if the master itself failed, means for slaves we have options. Okay, I will maintain two slaves. But if master itself have faced any issue, if master itself collapsed, then what is the total backup? Like from where we need to start this backup? What is the procedure to take backup? Is there any plugin? Is there backup? If plugin means, how we need to integrate? Like this we need to have brief explanation. So if you work in real time with Jenkins, if you see in the you can be able to see in the left side like blue version. What is the purpose of blue version in Jenkins? You need to know. And credentials manager, you need to know about credentials manager in Jenkins. And you need to know how to store secrets in Jenkins. And you need to know user management. User management means, is developer, testing team, or ops like DevOps team all have similar access? No, right? Dev needs to have their uh, specific access. Engineer needs to have some specific access. How it will be managed in the Jenkins, that you need to know. So we are getting artifacts, right? We are uploading. What exactly artifacts mean for what it consists of? Is it consist of any package related information? Where we are uploading artifacts, we need to know about the JFrog. In my project I am using JFrog, so artifacts we are storing here. So I need to know more on this JFrog, from how this Jenkins is communicating with the JFrog, that we need to know. So I hope by knowing all these 20 questions in a brief part in the background, no, by knowing from the background itself, then you will be able to master in Jenkins. Sure, I am sure that if you know all these 20 topics of Jenkins, then you will know the understanding of Jenkins completely. There are few more things as well, how this image is creation, how this image is deploying to Kubernetes cluster. This part I will come up with in some other videos, but as a basic part of Jenkins, you need to understand by knowing these 20 questions. Hope you guys understand these questions, why I written here, to know why I'm asking to know more on these things, right? Hope you guys liked this session of Jenkins interview based questions. If you want these type of more conceptual and interview based questions, please subscribe my channel so that you will be notified if I upload any new content of DevOps. Thank you everyone.